Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to NARA's annual awards luncheon. This is one of my favorite parts of the NARA conference. I'm joined here this morning with my friend Mim from Hub International. We'll hear more from her in just a few minutes. I just wanted to share a little bit about the awards this year. We'll be giving out actually 3 scholarships, as well as the Bob Gatty Mentor of the Year Award and the Erdland Award, which we typically announce ahead of time. So it's a big surprise this afternoon to find out who the winner is. I have the privilege of making these phone calls quite often to the winners, and it really is. I always tell them that it's one of my favorite parts of the entire job, because everyone knows I'm a crier, right? So I cry, they cry, and I think I'm never, never ceases to amaze me the reaction that I get from people. I get everything from, shut the front door. That's the cleaner version, to, oh my God, I just ran over a cat, even though I tell people to pull over if they're driving when I call. But they really are. It's this really great sort of moment. I never get to tell them, face to face, but these phone calls are really something that I look forward to. And this year in particular was really great. I think just with everything going on in the world, it was so rewarding to make these calls and surprise people that they had been awarded the awards this year. We do have a new scholarship. So as you know, we created a scholarship in memory of Barry Bograd a couple of years ago. And we've had the Fred Folks Scholarship for Academic Excellence for a few years. And Fred still continues to sit on our NARA board. And this year we created a new one. It's called the NARA Board of Directors Scholarship for Professional Certification. So just like the Bograd Scholarship, this one also goes to someone who's pursuing certification. And that one was a little bit of a last minute idea, and I really appreciate the board coming together. They've created this scholarship in honor of someone who may not otherwise be able to pursue certification, so I'm really excited about that. I'm not going to give anything else away. I'm going to turn it over to Mim, both to tell us a little bit about Hub and also to announce our first winner.
Great, thanks, Trace. Really pleased to be here with you, and I'm sorry that we're not all in person. I literally miss all of you. So for those of you who don't know, I'm Mim Minicello. I'm the president of Employee Benefits for Hub International in New England. We are an insurance consulting firm. If we haven't sent you pitch material before, I have 30 slides I can go through right now, Trace. Is that going to work?
Go for it. Go for it.
Okay, good. Good. Well, it's great to be here with you. I'm going to roll right into this. So I'm really pleased to announce the winner of the Fred Folks Scholarship for Academic Excellence in the Study of HR. This scholarship is presented in honor of Fred Folks, the Director of HR Policy Institute and Professor of Organization Behavior at BU, and of course, Senior Academic Advisor to NARA. Fred has dedicated his career to supporting the HR community and has been instrumental in influencing the next generation of HR leaders through mentoring and teaching at BU. The scholarship is awarded to a graduate student who has demonstrated exceptional academic performance in the study of HR. I'd like to thank the TJX companies for sponsoring this scholarship this year. Without further ado, our winner this year is Ariane Williams. Can I do this? Ariane is currently an MBA student at BU, where he's studying social impact. Did I literally disappear? I did. He's involved in several activities on campus, including as a graduate assistant in the Center for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and as an undergraduate mentor. He's also a member of the Dean's Sounding Board, which, Tracy, you and I are deeply familiar with from our time in college, right?
Absolutely.
Good. I don't even know what that is. Well, let's hear more from Ariane himself.
Hello, NEHRA. My name is Ariane Williams, and I am honored to accept the Fred Folks Scholarship for Academic Excellence. As I've transitioned into HR, seeking to tap into the function's potential to advance racial equity, I've relied on countless mentors, friends, and loved ones for encouragement. I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for the unmerited grace and favor He's put on my life. I'd like to thank my wife and family for supporting me in this endeavor. I'd also like to thank professors like Fred and my peers at Questrom for making my time there both valuable and memorable. And last but not least, TJX companies for sponsoring this award. Thank you, NEHRA, again for your consideration and support as I pursue the change I hope to see in the world. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ariane. We look forward to following your career for sure.
Congratulations again. Thanks, Mim. So I have the privilege of introducing the Bob Gatty Mentor of the Year. Many of you know Bob Gatty. You really can't be in HR in this market without knowing who Bob Gatty was. But the scholarship itself serves to recognize someone whose mentoring efforts left a tangible mark on HR professionals. The recipient will possess a record of providing career guidance, assisting others through career challenges, and helping them do things that maybe they thought they could never do. This year's winner is Robert Emilio, a well-known pillar in the DEI community. Robert currently serves as a consultant and offers coaching services to organizations in the areas of diversity, inclusion, intercultural competency, bias, and prejudice. He works primarily in the nonprofit sector, and as many of you know who know him, spent many years in higher education and in healthcare. Let's hear a little bit from Robert himself.
Hi, everyone. I have to say I'm honored and incredibly surprised to be selected as this year's Bob Gatty Mentor of the Year Award by NERA. It was something that wasn't on my radar, and what do you know, here I am accepting it. Thanks to Tracy for calling me the other day and giving me this nice surprise. And thanks especially to Philip Spencer, my mentee, who surprised me by nominating me. Mentoring is important, as all of you know. And I like to think of mentoring as a two-way relationship between mentor and mentee as partners. And there are three things that I think are really important in a good mentorship: readiness, curiosity, and openness. Readiness on both parts of the partners to go on this journey, wherever it's going to take them. Curiosity for both people, the mentor and the mentee, to ask questions of each other, to take risks, to try new things, to listen carefully and humbly. And finally, an openness to try new paths, to look at yourself, both the mentor and the mentee, in a mirror and ask, what could be? I was very lucky to have a wonderful partner in this, Philip Spencer, who contacted me and said, Robert, I've seen you in action. I've seen you do some seminars. I've seen you with people. Could you be my mentor? I said, sure, why not? We met and we began our relationship. Philip has been a wonderful mentee. He meets all the criteria of someone who's ready, someone who's curious, and someone who's open. I think the reason we've been successful together as mentor and mentee is because Philip listens. I tend not to give advice, though I do once in a while. I tend to ask questions. And Philip is very thoughtful in his responses, even sometimes coming back a day or two later and saying, you know, Robert, I thought about your questions some more, and I'm going to try this time. That's the beauty of this type of partnership. You don't know where it's going to go, where it's going to lead either person. So again, thank you. I'm thrilled to get this award this year, and I especially thank Philip for being a wonderful partner in this mentorship. Bye-bye, everyone.
Congratulations again, Robert. I'm
Really
bouncing
great.
back over to Mim.
Great. So I'd like to now announce the BOGRAD Scholarship for Professional Development. As Tracy said, this scholarship is presented in memory of Barry Bograd, for goodness sake, one of the founding members of NERA. Along with John Erdlin, Barry helped to shape the foundation and the direction of the association from its early days. Barry believed strongly in the role of NERA played in developing the profession through education and support. And we are honored to recognize Barry in this way because he was a true champion of the profession. The winner of the scholarship receives $2,000 to help cover the cost of preparing for and taking the SHRM certification test. I'd like to thank Eversource Energy for sponsoring the BOGRAD Award this year. And the winner of the BOGRAD Scholarship is Jessica Stagg. Jessica is the recruiting manager at Advocates, an organization that champions people who face developmental, mental health, or other life challenges. They partner with individuals and families to shape creative solutions to help overcome even the most difficult obstacles. Jessica actually went to college to be a social worker, and over her time has moved into the role at HR at Advocates. But let's hear a bit from Jessica.
Hi, everyone. I am absolutely honored to be chosen as the recipient for the Bograd Scholarship. I've been working the last several years within human services and more recently transitioned to a role within human resources. I'm absolutely thrilled for this opportunity to be able to obtain my certification with the assistance of this scholarship. I cannot adequately express my gratitude towards NERA and to the scholarship committee to put forth this opportunity with honoring Barry Bograd. I cannot thank you enough for your generous support.
This is when we all get to clap. I know that's the biggest part of I'm missing of being in person is all that energy in the room when people walk up to the stage with such pride when they accept these awards. So we'll get back there, but it's a little hard to do on Zoom today, I have to admit.
In our hearts.
Yeah, you're all in our hearts. Absolutely, absolutely. So as I mentioned in the beginning, I'm excited that we've added an additional scholarship. This one is named, again, the NERA Board of Directors Scholarship for Advanced Professional Certification. It's designed for an individual who's demonstrated a commitment to the field and practice of supporting people practices, AKA HR. The scholarship is funded by the NERA board and was created to help lower a financial barrier that often keeps people from pursuing certification. The expenses sort of add up by the time that you get all the prep materials and you take the test. And as I mentioned to the winner, you know, your supply of coffee and caffeine goes up because you're spending endless nights. So this scholarship is also for $2,000 to help cover those expenses. I just want to stop and thank the board of directors for their financial commitment. I literally sent out an email a couple of days ago, and within maybe 45 minutes, we had completely funded this. So I'm really, I really can't thank them enough. So I'd like to announce our very first winner of the Board of Directors Scholarship, which is Claubert Hercules. And I know she's on, and I know she's in tears because we're both criers. Claubert is an HR generalist at Dot House Health, which is essentially a community health center in Dorchester. Their focus is on providing health care to both underinsured and uninsured residents of that community, and helping them access coverage that they may not otherwise be able to attain. In addition to her role as HR generalist, Claubert is the Vice President of Administration for the local chapter of the National Association for African Americans in HR, which just launched here a few years ago. She is also involved in the Trinidad Tobago Action Committee. Let's hear a little bit more from Claubert.
Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to start by just saying thank you and expressing how honored I am to have been selected as a recipient of the NERA Board of Directors Scholarship. Thank you for your generosity. This scholarship empowers me to pursue my academic goals. Being picked as someone who's worthy of this opportunity means a great deal to me. Just knowing there is a tribe of individuals out there who's interested in my success gives me the reassurance to push forward. Having someone believe in my abilities and be willing to support my journey is a feeling I cannot begin to put into words. Once again, thank you for having the confidence in me to help me accomplish my goals. I promise to work my hardest. I'm so overwhelmed with gratitude. So I just want to say one more thing. Anything is possible. All you must do is believe in yourself.
So we're like 14 minutes in? 14 minutes before I cried. And I've watched that video 5 times. So anyway, Claubert, you're worthy. Very worthy. Congratulations. Yeah, I need a tissue. We all need tissues. Okay, I'm going to lob it back over to Mim. This is really great timing for you to just pick it right over.
Got it. Congratulations, Claubert. That's really amazing. So It's now my pleasure to introduce the John D. Erdlin Founders Award. The John D. Erdlin Founders Award is presented to an individual who has consistently demonstrated excellence in human resources through their leadership efforts. Prior winners have included many HR leaders in our community, most recently Mike Dunford, Ed Hurley-Wales, Chris Carmody, and Deb Hicks, just to name a few, just true leaders among us. The Erdlin's also been given to a few organizations over time, like the New England Patriots or Jordan's Furniture, in recognition for their impact in the business community. This year, we're going to do something a little different. This year, we're going to award this to the human resources community as a whole. Your contribution to the overall business community's survival during this tumultuous time has been unbelievable. And to try to demonstrate to all of you the meaning of your contribution, I Googled HR's impact during COVID, and I got 587 million hits. You've done an amazing job. You've helped us navigate the loss of our coworkers, maybe the loss of our family for our coworkers. You've urgently helped us transition people from work to home. It helped us to find essential workers, who, when, who, how, where. Some of you even became PPE orderers. Who the heck knew what PPE was 5 minutes ago? And all of you have been called upon to help navigate the mental health challenges this time has brought on. In fact, I sort of take this second to say, are you taking care of yourself? Because man, oh man, do we need you. So really, I want to use this moment to celebrate all of you, to acknowledge your support, your creativity, your flexibility, your coaching. For many of you, frankly, your love for the rest of us in the business. So with sincerest congratulations on behalf of NERA, congratulations to all of Human Resources, and thank you so much for your contribution.
Thank you, ma'am. So surprise! Everyone gets a car.
Do this.
You get a car. With all sincerity, you know, you guys know it's been a really tough 7 or 8 months. So don't put in the chat that you're crying, because
Doesn't help, Tracy.
That's not helping me. What would we do without each other? So many stories. And I encourage you to share them with each other in chat. I think this is probably the shortest awards luncheon in NERA history, for sure. But it really, in all sincerity, I know I couldn't do what I do without my community, and it's largely HR. And so many stories about how we're lifting each other up, little calls during the day, surprises that come in the mail, you know, recognition for each other on LinkedIn, just different ways, large and small, that we're lifting each other up. And we really need it. And to Mim's point, I hope everyone is also just taking really good care of yourselves, because that's super important. And we don't often do that. I've said this for 10 years, that one of the primary reasons I came to NERA is because I felt deeply that as HR professionals, we didn't always, rarely actually, put ourselves first. So we're coaching others, providing career advice, helping each other through helping other people through sticky situations in organizations with their managers, and all kinds of complexities and layoffs and furloughs and all the things that we did before COVID. And now all of that is amplified, and we're front and center. And so when I came here in 2010, it was primarily because I felt like this organization was well positioned to make sure that we were taking time for ourselves. And a lot of that's professional development, but some of it's just personal stuff. It's the stuff that we're doing throughout the conference and that we try to continue to do to make sure that, you know, you're taking time, just even a half an hour, to just breathe or meditate or stretch or do yoga or something. So while we can't all be here to hug each other, so I sort of imagined like, oh, we all won, and, you know, we all get up and hug each other. We can just sort of maybe do this virtual hug. And I hope you all feel the love. And that's it. That's it. Unless, Mim, you have anything else to say.
Congratulations,
Again,
everyone.
Congratulations to all of our winners, all well-deserving, and
Have a great conference.
Wonderful rest of your day. Bye. Jazz hands.